The house was silent, almost eerily so, as she sat in the living room with a book open but untouched. Her mind kept wandering to her son, who had been acting oddly for weeks. Late nights holed up in his room, a jittery vibe she couldn't pin down, eyes that darted away when she asked simple questions. It wasn't rebellion. It was something deeper, a kind of unease that unsettled her more than defiance ever could. She'd spent years keeping this family together while her husband buried himself in work, traveling for weeks at a stretch, coming home with little more than small talk and a hollow smile. It had become routine, predictable, and isolating. Tonight felt off. She heard the cautious shuffle of footsteps down the hall. When her son appeared in the doorway, he didn't have the usual carefree smirk of a kid dodging trouble. Instead, he looked serious, almost nervous, gripping the hem of his hoodie like he wasn't sure if he should even speak. "Mom," he said softly, "can I ask you something? It's kind of personal." She nodded right away, sensing the gravity of the moment, setting her book aside to focus entirely on him. He hesitated before spilling that he had a big date coming up, his first one, and he didn't know how to act. He didn't want to mess up or hurt anyone by saying the wrong thing. Her heart swelled with pride, tinged with a pang of sadness. When had he grown up enough to need this kind of advice? It felt like just yesterday she was teaching him to tie his sneakers. Now he was asking how to carry himself with confidence, how to make someone feel valued. She gave him a warm smile to ease his nerves, assuring him it was normal to feel uncertain, that everyone feels this way stepping into something new. She told him that respect, kindness, and really listening matter more than any smooth line. As she spoke, she noticed how closely he listened, hanging on her every word, like she held the secrets to a world he was eager to navigate. There was a sincerity in his eyes she hadn't seen in ages, the same openness he'd had as a little kid running to her after scraping his knee. They sat together for what felt like hours, going over small details, how to keep a conversation going, how to pick up on little things about someone, how to be thoughtful without overanalyzing. She kept her tone upbeat and encouraging, but deep down, she felt an ache she couldn't name. It wasn't just about him growing up. It was about how much she missed feeling needed, feeling like her guidance mattered. When he finally stood to go, he looked relieved and grateful, saying she was the only one he could talk to about stuff like this. She told him to trust himself, to enjoy the moment, and to remember that being real was what counted most. After he left, she sat alone in the quiet again, but it no longer felt calm. It felt like the start of something she couldn't quite pin down, a shift in their home she wasn't ready to face. The next evening, he found her in the kitchen, still in his school jacket, eyes wide with a kind of urgency that didn't wait for a better moment. He wanted more advice, not just about what to say on his date, but how to carry himself, how to seem confident when he felt anything but. She poured some tea and listened, realizing this wasn't just nerves about a new experience. It was about him not yet knowing who he was. She started with the basics. How to make eye contact without staring, how to stand without fidgeting, how to let words flow naturally instead of forcing them. He nodded along, soaking up every word like it was more than just tips for one night. As she talked, he started asking deeper questions. "This is shot video. To watch the full story, click on the link below."